Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox back for another episode in our Compliance Week 2024 speaker series. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to have with me Nakis Urfi. Nakis, first of all, welcome and thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today.
Tom, it's an honor to be on your podcast. I've been following your work, and you're in Houston, which is my hometown. I actually gave a referral to one of my friends about your children's books. They were looking for a book to explain compliance to their relatives. So, yeah, really an honor to be here. Thank you.
I have a third book out now, so you can check that out.
All right.
Compliance Saves the Galaxy.
All right.
So could you tell us your role in compliance?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I am in the heart failure division of Abbott, where I'm managing provider relations, regulatory compliance, and operations, quality operations. And yeah, that's my role right now. Relatively new to the organization, just joined this year and new to medical device world. But my previous careers have spanned being a healthcare attorney to a compliance officer to a government contractor for CMS directly, actually serving as a federal auditor in CMS program audits, and then more recently as a compliance officer and ESG leader at a global digital health company where we're developing AI tools for patients to take care of their health. And so, yeah, just spanned a spectrum and really excited for the field of compliance and ethics, and especially where it relates to trending topics, including AI.
Could you give us a teaser of your presentation, or actually, I should say workshop at Compliance Week 2024?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about how to develop a responsible and ethical, say, AI program at your organization, especially focused on now more generative AI. That's what's really coming out, which is AI that can create a lot of new content. And you can think about AI as basically a tool that learns by data. And so I really like to be very practical in my talks and workshops. This is going to be a workshop, 3 hours, where we're going to get crowd involvement, basically touch on the regulations that are ever evolving, touch on the US and what's going on there, but additionally touch on some of the more relevant regulations and movements globally as well, considering that many organizations are multinational and many countries have actually progressed and developed regulations much more quickly and further developed than the US. And it's a good time to review that landscape. And then from there, discuss how organizations can implement basically a AI governance framework. What are some resources people can use? What are some examples? Practically, how can compliance and risk professionals get involved? I like to make apples to comparisons many times. And so there's lots of similarities in developing a AI governance program to a compliance program. And so whether it's designating a leader, how you manage it, how you report it, how you monitor it. And so there's a lot of similarities there where compliance and risk professional can really leverage their skill sets to get involved and add a lot of value. And then we'll probably break up into groups and do some interactive sessions and then share best practices. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Marcus, could you tell us what you're looking forward to the most? And if it's a couple of things, that's cool too, at Compliance Week 2024 this year.
Yeah, so I've been to Compliance Week before, and it's a more intimate setting. I've been to lots of conferences before, from the healthcare to legal conferences to compliance conferences. And Compliance Week really has stood out to me as a very intimate setting where you really get the opportunity to network really well with individuals that attend. And these are some of the top of the field professionals that attend Compliance Week. And so I really look forward to the opportunity to attend it again in DC and network, learn best practices, interact with my colleagues, and enjoy the time there.
Unfortunately, we are near the end of our time for this episode, but before we leave, I wanted to ask you if our listeners wanted any more information on yourself, the topics you've touched on, or maybe even to connect, what might be the best way for them to do in addition to going to Compliance Week 2024?
Yeah, so absolutely. You can reach me on LinkedIn. Not too hard to find. You'll see my name, Nakis Urfi, and try to make myself accessible there, whether you want to connect, ask any questions, or follow my work. That's where you can reach me.
Nakis, I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to visit me. And I, for one, am greatly looking forward to not only catching up with you, but checking out your presentation at Compliance Week 2024.
Tom, I really look forward to meeting you again in person and connecting. Likewise.